All right. We're on the Ultimate World Cruise, and it's Thursday, May 9th, 2024, and we're in Dubai. And the first thing we did in Dubai was go up to the top of Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building. And the second thing we did was go to the world's deepest pool, which is 196 feet deep at Deep Dive Dubai. And I published a shorter, just a 3-minute video to give you just a taste of what this was like, but I thought there might be some that would want to see the whole experience. So it was a 45-minute dive, and I had to speed this up quite a bit to get it to fit into 18, almost 19 minutes. So feel free to watch any or all of it, but if you want to watch the whole thing, you'll get to see what the entire experience is like at Deep Dive Dubai. It's like a city underwater, and you divide up into groups of say 3 or 4 divers, and then you get a photographer that goes with you. You can see the guy with the lights there was the photographer, and he took all the video clips that went into the shorter 3-minute version of Deep Dive Dubai. So I'm with Ian Wigley and Steve McIntyre, and we are exploring the underwater city of Deep Dive Dubai. So when you go there, you have to use all their equipment, except for you can use your own regulator, but everything else you have to use uh, their equipment. Just I guess for keeping the water clear and uncontaminated. And there's a whole bunch of things you can interact with down there, and it's really quite amusing. There's motorcycles, there's cars, there's pool tables, there's foosball tables, there's all sorts of things. So the center of the pool is, like I mentioned, 200 feet deep. You can see it dropping down, and I think I've got a section of video that looking straight down at the very bottom. So those that are open water certified can go down to about 60 or so feet. If you're advanced open water, I think you can go to 80 feet or something. And then, so each level has, kind of a different theme and different stuff to interact with. So part of the coolness of this thing is there's windows going to the outside of the pool all over the place, down to a certain level. And so you can see through the windows out to what's going on outside the pool, and they can look in, see what's going on inside the pool. So if you have somebody who doesn't dive, wants to go along and watch, they can observe what's going on from the outside. There's a restaurant. You can you can order from the restaurant and sit there at the window and watch what's going on in the pool while you're eating. Or pool, I mean, they actually teach scuba lessons here, but I think mainly they set the pool up as a training location for people who do free diving. So, and I think they actually hold the World Free Diving Championship here at this pool. And then towards the end of the video, you'll see they have a chamber underneath the water where you can actually go and get out of the water. It's got a decompression section in there in case they have any trouble with decompression, oxygen, and whatnot. So we actually go into that later on in the video and look around inside of that, and then come back inside the pool and swim up. I tried to figure out the titles of the books, but my camera lens wasn't good enough to pick out the book titles in the library. There's a lot of overhang, so you do have to be careful not to smack your head when you're swimming through things or swimming under them. The guy's lights didn't exactly help my video much. So water did not seem overly chlorinated, and things were relatively clean of any kind of algae or any kind of growth. So they must have a crew of cleaners that goes in there at night and keeps things cleaned off. So what we learned on the pool table and also the foosball table is that the water resistance underwater makes it a wholly different game than it is normally. And the cue stick for the pool table that you'll see in a minute, it's a piece of solid stainless steel bar, probably weighs 10 pounds or 10 or 12 pounds. But the balls don't go far when you hit them. They had a Pac-Man game, and nothing worked on these, obviously, but there's the there's the foosball table. We did play a little foosball while we were there. Nobody scored. One of the things they teach here also is classes on technical diving. Since Gulf Coast has so many offshore oil rigs, they need a place to train people to do the underwater technical work. Well, things like underwater welding and pipeline maintenance and that sort of thing for all the offshore oil rigs. So that's some of the stuff they do here as well. They have a classroom on one side that has a big window that opens into the pool, and they teach all their classroom skills in there. And there's a couple of lines in the middle of the pool. They're white cords that go all the way from the surface down to 200 feet or 196 that are for the free divers. So we're not supposed to touch those. There were a couple. There were a couple of red lines that kitty corner to each other that scuba divers could use if they wanted to go up or down or whatever they want to. There you can see the windows to the restaurant right there. There's two of them. You're liable to see people sitting on the other side eating. There's a kind of a big cafeteria area down there at the far end. There are a couple of windows coming into the pool. There you can see somebody sitting there having their lunch. And there's the bigger eating area, and there were a bunch of tables and chairs and whatnot. A motorcycle with a sidecar. So the next level up was the highest one, I think, with where the reception area was. There's a big window that leads into the reception area. The first thing you see when you walk in the building is the inside of the pool, like a big aquarium. So Serenade of the Seas was scheduled to leave from Dubai and sail for 3 or 4 days down to Seychelles. And what we decided to do was to stay overnight in Dubai because we couldn't fly the same day that we dove. And then the next day we flew out to Seychelles and did. We were there for 4 days until Serenade of the Seas arrived, and we reboarded the ship. So we got uh, 4 days of diving in the Seychelles. It was beautiful. There you can see the reception area through the window. Play dominoes if you wanted. I wrote my name in domino cubes right there. There's a pool table with the solid stainless steel pool cue. Now we're about to enter the decompression chamber that they have underwater. They have emergency oxygen in there and some other stuff. So you can actually go up and take your regulator out, look around. They got oxygen bottles. And the way that you enter the pool is from a ledge up above that's about, I don't know, 4 feet deep in water. So it's easy to get in and out. You can just kind of walk up there, and then there's a gentle slope up to the surface outside. There you can see the ledge straight ahead near the surface. So you just swim up there and stand up. You can take your gear off and then walk easily out of the pool, even with fins on. And that's the end. Hope you enjoyed it.